Self-love is best love, okay?
I don't have any friends.
She has a Slim Jim wrapper in my car currently.
Right now. My daughter, she eats celery and pickles. That's her snack. I straight made that up.
Okay, I was about to say. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Lauren Moses, your favorite dog mom, foodie, pasta lover, UVA hooper, by the way, in case you didn't know. Also, all academic team. And I'm here today with my big bro.
She thinks she can ball a little bit, but it's big bro. It's your boy, Dezman Moses, former Green Bay Packer, Kansas City Chief, Iowa Hawkeye, Tulane Green Wave. I'm a dad.
Talk about it.
Jersey representative. You know how we do.
Are you a fisherman as well? You got the hat on.
Don't do that. You know this is my style. You don't do that. See, she on my head already.
You switch it up. You switch it up. It's all good because we got a good show today. We got a great show today. We're talking about online hate.
A lot of
haters. Trolls.
WNBA,
man.
It's free. Everybody got a word to say.
That's true.
An opinion.
That's
true.
We'll
talk about it. We'll get into it.
Broadcasting. Okay. Men calling women's sports, women calling men's sports. How we feel about that.
Yeah, it's some big differences. Feel like the ladies might be a little more sexualized.
Are we ahead? Are the women up?
Y'all might be. We'll talk about it, though. What else we got to look forward to, Lo?
Food, of course. Always got to throw in the goods.
Yeah.
Desserts, sweets, candy. What are we into?
Yeah. We'll tell our viewers what I think about dessert. And lastly, Lauren, we'll get into no days off, the ideology. You know, a lot of people think, I want to grind. I want to get into it every day, mama mentality. But as athletes, as humans, do we need days off? The burnout, is it real? What do you think about it? Your feels. We'll get into it a little.
I have a lot of opinions about that one, but we'll get back to that. First, we got to talk about WNBA. These women getting hate left and right.
It's online. It's online.
By the trolls.
It's not real. Look. This is the era we're in. You know, it's 2022. I always say it. Everybody has an opportunity to hop online, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, you know, hide behind their burner accounts like Lauren, and type up these nasty messages that they would never say to people in real life. WNBA, they're getting a lot of that right now and have been for a while because...
But it's the times, right? It's the times because the WNBA, they're on social media a lot right now as well. They're trying to grow their league, grow their game from every standpoint, from, you know, middle school basketball players, high school, college, all the way up. They're trying to expand, and so they're on everybody's social media timeline.
Trolls don't care about that, though.
They don't.
They want to get on their head. And it's crazy because there's a number of different things that they're being trolled about, whether it's the game, the speed, the off the court, the things they're promoting.
Yes.
Goes against what a lot of Americans would like to say is popular.
But we have to talk about that because they were on the front lines of Black Lives Matter movement. You know, after Colin Kaepernick knelt, they were right behind him, really. They were kneeling. They were first athletes to kneel. They are encouraging other pro teams in their cities to also take action as well when you come down to, you know, sexuality.
Are Black women leading the way in support? It's not a surprise, Lo. It's really not.
It's been happening for a long time that Black women have been literally the backbones of these movements. And so you get into a lot of things. You get into racism, you get into sexism, you get into homophobia. But the trolls.
I hear these conversations.
Who are these people? Why should we respond? Like, why do we even care about these people who are online talking? Because a lot of these WNBA players, they respond.
Yeah. You know what? These guys, the who's, and I say guys, gals, whoever they are, these are your 12 o'clock gym goers, you know, the people that go up to Lifetime and YMCA, they think they got game.
The 12 p.m. gym goer, is that like that no job? Yeah, is that what you're saying? Like nothing going on?
But they think they can ball. These are the guys, you know, with the egos, the male egos, where it comes in, they think, I don't want to watch no women. I could do what they do. Newsflash, I'm going to put it out there, Lo.
Go ahead.
They will bust y'all head. I mean, these women are legit, but these guys genuinely think that, oh, I could go out there. I could do what these ladies do.
Des, a lot of these trolls, though, they are, we could say that they are, you know, 12 p.m. gym goers.
Yeah.
But when you really get down to it, they're misogynists. They are sexist. And a lot of them homophobic. And these are women who are out about their sexuality.
Open, for sure.
And you can't change the fact that someone might hate these type of people.
It's sad, but that's the time we live in. And for these people who may even in person portray the love or the support for these women. Behind closed doors, they can hop online, log in as LB, MO, X, one of your burners and say, hey, I don't like the WNBA. I could do what they do. And for that, A, it's cowardly, but B, we know it's not true. These ladies are ballers and they deserve the respect. And they don't have to ask for it. They deserve it.
And how much online hate can someone take? How much online hate have you gotten?
Oh, I done got the hate.
And how do you handle it?
Look.
Do you respond? Do you block?
I appreciate a hater. It's love in a form to me. If you send me some love in a form of hate or, in terms of it, I'm with it. But a lot of people can't really channel that. I use it as fuel for fire. But some people just have to step away from the internet, put down the phone, don't read the comments, don't scroll, because it gets ugly in there. It gets wicked. And I know over time I've seen comments that really just, it's disheartening to see. But have you dealt with it?
I don't know if I've necessarily dealt with it as a personal attack, but I've seen other people being attacked, whether it's, usually recently it was a social injustice that someone made an ignorant comment about. And I just had to educate because, a lot of times, whether it's certain words that are used, people just don't understand. Yes. People do not understand when to shut up. Because sometimes you just need to mind your business.
Yeah, I think it's the language.
Just shut up.
I think it's that language that fires me up the most. Some of those words that we know they mean something else.
Yeah.
And because people don't have to attach themselves to it, we see them get real brave in the comments. Lauren, but trolls are going to be trolls. They're going to type. They're going to get on these burners and get false confidence. But we're going to continue to support the WNBA.
For sure.
Which they deserve. And we're huge fans of them.
Yeah.
Did you know some other things that we didn't know, Lauren? There's a fact that I read this morning. Super Bowl. Everybody's a big fan of the Super Bowl. Parking lot, tailgate, turn up, drinking. A lot of drinks.
All day.
Y'all drinking. They said 100 children on average are conceived in a parking lot.
100.
Yearly. 100. A year. They're getting it in.
That's quite insane. Like, how does that even...
No, that's how. They getting it done.
But what are they pulling up in? What are they driving?
So these fans are coming.
They brought the Fords out? I'm confused.
The expeditions.
I'm confused.
I used to have an expedition in high school.
Yeah.
This was before you know what I'm saying? This was one of my first vehicles now. Expeditions were good to me. We'll talk about that later.
But wait, that's a crazy fact.
Yeah. 100 a year.
It's just the spirit of celebration.
You think it's intentional? Because 100 a year seems like a large amount for parking lot. We're talking about parking lot action.
Hey.
Security.
They got a Facebook
fans.
group for everything.
Is it that liquid courage, you think?
Potentially.
Or pure excitement.
Combination. So Des, let's change gears a little bit because this next segment we have a little bit of experience in. A lot of bit, I would say. I like to use a lot.
Broadcasting space. Television.
I'm on the sidelines with ACC Digital Network, Called Games Big East. Yeah. You're out in Kansas City doing your thing in the studio with the news station.
5. Yeah, I'm on there.
Pre-game.
Post-game.
Talk about it.
Got the team with me. No, it's an awesome time. I think this is an interesting topic, Lauren, because men calling women's game and women calling men's game. For me, one thing I noticed, I watch a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
I see these young women, ladies that are in the game, calling the game. They all seem very attractive. Is that a requirement to being a lady covering male sports?
Potentially.
I don't know if it's qualification, but I feel like between relevance, we got the Candace Parker, and obviously she's calling games for the NBA or covering them.
Yep.
She's as relevant as it gets for a female athlete. She's
Yeah.
playing the game. She won a championship, but she's on with Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal.
I think it's the relationship that is being built at the college level. A lot of these college, at least from the female side, I can say that a lot of these college athletes are studying broadcast, right? So they are getting built up.
They're qualified
to be, and they just happen to be attractive.
But why do they have these?
They can't be attractive.
Why do they have these Joe Blows covering women's sports?
So you're saying the men on the other end aren't as attractive? Is that a qualification?
Or qualified? A lot of these guys weren't former pros that I see. Sounds like the guy that was in my social studies class in the back that I used to make sure my answers is little weird guy.
Yeah.
But again, on the men's side, we're seeing these phenomenal, relevant, at the top of the game, attractive, all of these things. Women that have to cover men's sports, it seems like they just need to be way more qualified or beautified.
Well, that's all around the board. For every single job. You have to bring exactly what they're asking you and more.
Yeah.
Every single job, right? And so then we're talking about being on camera. And so there's a lot of things that any Joe Blow Schmo can pick out and point out. And for a lot of these women, they do go over and beyond, whether that's their appearance or whether that's what they're saying during these games and these events. But for the men, I'm not exactly sure what those requirements are, whether that's just a degree or whether that's just, what network you've been playing with, or working with. So there could be some difference in requirements there, but the product, what I see a lot of times is the description of women on the court, or whether, even men, we see it in the men's game a lot, saying that someone's aggressive, like.
Right. These code words.
The code words.
Yeah.
Like what code words do you or have you heard, especially in the football game?
It's interesting because, again, we get back to the women covering men. It's generally sideline reporters. They're not covering the whole games. Obviously, we know there's not an even playing field, but do you think there ever will be in the sports world between the coverage, the women covering it, and the men that cover the sports game? Because I feel like there won't be. I feel like there won't be, and I feel like it'll be difficult to move away from this attractive. Everybody wants to see attractive people in general. But we tend to see some guys that just don't fit the mold a lot more than we see women. It seems like an outlier if we see a quote unquote unattractive woman.
I don't think that's going to change, because you think they're attractive, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Joe thinks they're attractive, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that anybody wants to change.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to change. I think that whatever the product is on number one on their mind. That is their goal. What are we putting out? What do viewers want to see? I don't think a lot of people are making complaints about the guy that might not look as attractive on a woman's sideline. The real question is, why is there always an uproar whenever there's a female-led broadcast for men's games, specifically the NFL?
The first reaction that you'll see from a guy when you see a young lady covering it, she
don't know sports.
She ain't play the game. If it's she doesn't play football. It's like, there's plenty of guys in a women's game, in a men's game, who cover sports that they've never played.
Yeah.
And yet, like you said, when we see women put into that position, especially we're talking about covering a full game, people feel uncomfortable with it because they haven't played it.
It's changed. It's something different. It's something totally new. Like 2022 of the NBA Finals, we had our first full women-led broadcast.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see the ladies that play.
But even then, there's always going to be somebody talking, somebody saying, these women didn't play. These women don't deserve to be. What do they know about NBA? Even though majority of them have been former ballers themselves, there's always something on the back end for women, it seems like, when they are calling these games. However, nobody says anything when there's a male play-by-play, a male analyst, and a male sideline reporter.
It's not even. I don't think it's ever been even, but that's what we live in.
Yeah.
I think in the future, though, I think we'll see more women covering these things. I think they're more qualified than ever. They're better than ever. And they're better than the boys sometimes, believe it or not.
And we go back to representation, right? Representation, the more that we do see these women-led broadcasts, that is going to generate a new wave of people, women, who are interested in becoming exactly what they're seeing, right? Because we see that all the time. Representation matters.
100%.
Representation matters, whether that's Black, whether you're Asian, no matter what race you are. In these spaces where we don't normally hold power or influence, that is going to be the change maker. And I think it's starting slowly, but it is starting to change. And we're seeing that in our NBA Finals and at the Super Bowl now. Mariah Taylor covering the Super Bowl. Yeah. These are things that are just now happening, but we got to do better.
And you're the future. You're the future. You're leading the way.
I am.
So keep leading the way, sis. But should we desert dessert? And there's a lot of sweet lovers, sugar lovers, sweet tooths. I don't know what y'all call yourselves. I'm not one of them. What about the dessert? As an athlete, should you eat it? Should you not? Should you get your good calories in? Is it a cheat thing? What's the deal?
Hey, self-love is the best love, okay?
So sugar is self-love.
Hey, anything can be self-love, all right? Let's start there. But for dessert, in college, we had this place called O Hill. They had a little 7-Eleven at the bottom. And we get this card, right? They
Okay.
had points on it. And we go in there almost every single night. We used to kill a pint of ice cream.
Ice cream, a pint.
So in college,
This is an athlete,
college, very much dessert was my thing. Like it was my nightcap, so to speak.
What was your go-to then?
For ice cream?
For dessert, if you had to pick one. Because I'm not a dessert. You know me. You know, we grew
you don't
up in
really
the same
do
house.
Sweets.
I got Slim Jims for Christmas one day. It was one of my favorite gifts ever. My stomach was
He has
tore.
a Slim Jim wrapper in my car currently.
Right now. Tore my stomach up. But I'm a meat lover. So this dessert conversation doesn't even appetize me. I mean,
so let's go down the list, right? Because we had ice cream. That was my thing, right?
Okay.
What about like your hard candies? Like you never did like a Jolly Rancher or even Starburst. I don't know if you technically call that a hard candy, but
Twix. I'm a Twix guy.
Okay, so a chocolate. That is dessert, people.
That's not dessert. That's not dessert.
That's
candy. That's a whole different conversation.
Dessert, though.
I'm talking about the cakes, the muffins. I see people eat these.
Okay.
It literally doesn't even water my mouth.
Muffins can technically be breakfast.
I'm not eating eggs,
but no, cake.
bacon, sausage.
Okay, let's talk cake then. My favorite cake.
Okay.
Red velvet.
I'll do a little pound cake.
Have you ever been to Georgetown Cupcakes?
Georgetown Cupcakes, no, never been.
Oh, you're missing out.
I
on life.
don't go visit these places. I don't eat sweets, y'all.
But what is it about sweets that you don't like?
It's just the taste. You know, I think I'm a savory guy. If anything, if I do go sweets, it'll be a honey bun. 25 cents. I need it from the corner store back in the crib. You know, we used to have the little corner stores in the neighborhood. Your mama said, get that milk and some detergent.
Yep, in the same place.
and some thread. I mean, it had everything, whatever you need. But I need those 25 cents. Just, outside of that, I'm good on the
It's just something
dessert.
About sweet, and I'm not big on it. It's just when I need it, I need it.
I'm trying to keep the six-pack together. You know what I'm saying?
hey, don't nobody go to Dezman's house. He ain't gonna have no candy, no sweets, nothing for you.
My daughter, she eats celery and pickles. That's her snack.
Because of you. You're depriving my niece of sweets.
She won't miss them.
Unfortunately, you're missing out on life. Just a little bit, right?
We'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know. I think I'm winning. I'm 33 years old. 15% body fat. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Have you checked that recently?
No, I haven't. I'm capping. I straight made that up.
Okay,
y'all.
I was about to say we can keep little sisters around.
Yeah,
because you got to call them out on certain things like that, right?
Well, look, I've been grinding for a long time, and I'm still grinding. I still like to work out, stay fit, keep my body in shape.
Yeah.
But I had this mentality when I played, Lauren, and you probably did too. A lot of athletes have it. No days off.
No days off.
Grind. Get into it. What do you think for those athletes that have that mind? Is it healthy? Is it not? Is it something that they might need to tweak?
Nope.
Have you done it?
Nope.
What are the repercussions?
No days off to me it literally gives me anxiety.
Okay.
Like I'm sweating a little bit thinking about it. Because for me, I've said it before, I like to sleep.
Yeah.
She's
a sleeper.
And outside of just sleeping, obviously, like I just need time to decompress.
Sure.
To allow myself to feel, allow myself to think, allow myself to evaluate. Because I'm somebody that even when I think of like about how I handle my mental health, it's like I have to give myself like a report card.
Sure.
Like how I'm doing in certain areas. So no days off, that means I'm on.
Right.
24/7. And that builds up pressures in your head sometimes that aren't realistic.
Yeah. And it's tough to do. You know, even for myself, I more so get burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one, I try to challenge myself day in and day out. But from time to time, periodically, I have to take that break because I can notice, even for myself, I get tired. I'm like, look, I need to sleep now. And then I want to sleep for days straight. I'm like, you have to take that time off. No days off is something I used to live by and probably something you can do up until you're about 20, 22. I could go from the club to practice.
What's that
skip
meme?
class.
It's like club, another club, bus, airplane, club. Like that's real life for some people.
That was me. If you knew me at the University of Iowa, any of y'all out there,
but
y'all knew how I was living.
Burnout can get real on either side. If you're doing too much of play and not enough of work, you can get burnt out by that lifestyle and vice versa. I think that when you do get burnt out, you can lose focus of what you're working towards.
How do you stay balanced then?
Prioritization.
Yeah.
Like I said, not everything has to get done.
For me, it's chilling out. I have to have that chill out button. For me, I have to schedule time off because I'm so obsessed with the processes and with the work that I do because I love it and I'm passionate about it. It still doesn't change the fact that it can burn you out even in time.
Well, let's think about the lifestyle, right? Because I'm thinking, when I think about burnout, I've a lot of my friends who are starting families, on their first or second job in their field. You have been in your field, real estate, for a while now.
Yeah,
you have
5 years.
A daughter, 4-year-old. How did you balance wanting to provide, wanting to do everything you want to do in your real estate life, but also, I'm a human.
I don't have any friends. Honestly, I had to cut something. You have to sacrifice, and that's part of it. And we talked about it with the mama mentality, sacrificing. For me, going out wasn't as important. Golfing wasn't as important. So I began to cut some of these things out so I can put in what is important, prioritize. And for me, that's building my business, spending time with my family, spending time with my daughter, and enjoying being me, enjoying being myself. So it takes some balance, and I think balance is the key to the drill. It looks different for everybody. Now, there's some people out there like, look, I need my rest. Y'all sleeping more than y'all working. I got work now. I'm get some rest now.
You trying to call somebody out, or?
No, I'm just saying. Man, they want the zen and the self-care. You got to get that work too, and that's something that we really believe in, and that's important in life.
And I don't think that, no days off is a crime, right? No, I think everybody has a grind mode where they're
get
really...
you a day off.
Yeah, one.
Take a day.
Shoot, half a day.
Chill. We used to say chill, but chill, blood, know? Have a chill pill, but that is what's needed. That's what's important.
I am taking my day, preferably 2 days off. Give me 5 days. I'll work hard now. But them 2, give them to me.
I'm team grind mode. Get it in. 1 day off Sunday. Yeah. Praise God.
Yeah. Well, this has been a great show. Great conversation. Yeah. No days off. Them trolls. Them internet trolls, they don't take no days off.
Stay out of them comments. Don't scroll. Don't scroll.
Don't
the people at the bottom.
Don't even think about it. Don't even click that comments button.
Clickbait.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in to Moses. I am Lauren.
It's your boy, Dezman Moses. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Check us out next week.
But what?
Dessert the dessert.
Des, it's been a great troll.
Heck of a show. We talked about Kobe.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.